for daily Ask Reddit. r/Ask Reddit. Reddit, what's become clear to you as you've gotten older? If you enjoy the video, drop a like and subscribe so you never miss a video. Friendships don't last as long as you think. And that's not to say things will end badly. The friendships will just slowly stop existing. And that's okay. There are only a few people in your life you will spend 20, 50, 70 years around. And that's if you are damn lucky. Most friendships are like chapters in your life. And you're a chapter in theirs. You can spend 5 years as someone's best friend. Then they get a new job, meet a new girlfriend/boyfriend, have to move for some reason, or a billion other things can happen. It's okay. Let them go. It's not your fault. There isn't something wrong with you. Remember the good times and try to stay in contact or let them know you care. Think of it like this. If you had to spend the last 60+ years of your life with everyone you were friends with at 13, is that something you'd really want to do? We all grow and change. Life hits everyone different. Relationships don't have to last forever to truly mean something. Nobody knows what the duck is going on. Nobody knows what the duck is going on, and where you start early in life is the largest determining factor in your future success. So many people want to be hard on themselves for not being as successful as others, thinking those people somehow have it all figured out, when the reality is those people just probably had a much easier start than you did. Most people learn from making their own mistakes, rather than listening to the advice of others. It's maddening seeing younger people make the same boneheaded decisions you did, with absolutely no interest in hearing about the consequences from someone who's been there. Better to just sit back and enjoy the show, and try to keep the "I told you so"s to a minimum. Yep. The more you try to stop them, the more you hurt your relationship with them too. I've learned to let people make their own mistakes. If they ask for my advice, I give it, but otherwise I don't say anything. If you can learn to come to terms with who you are and be happy with that, then everything becomes easier. Basically, stop beating yourself up. In the probably misquoted words of Homer Simpson, don't keep blaming yourself. Blame yourself once and move on. You don't have to give up the fun things you love to grow up. Today work and then going to the post office was hard and gave me anxiety, so when I got home I chilled on the swing and ran around the yard and rolled in the grass and watched a bee and ate a donut with sprinkles. Then I made dinner and played video games. I go on adventures. I go out and jump in puddles when it rains. Playing keeps you young. Never lose your sense of adventure. Never give up fun things you love, because it's not the adult thing to do. Still do your taxes though. 99% of the decisions that you make, things that seem really important right now, are really not important at all. If something seems too good to be true, it is. Anything that eats, floats or rolls is not an investment, it is an expense. Religion and politics are two sides of the same coin. Many people are being manipulated into believing that a few elite people are more intelligent or insightful and should be respected and followed. Spoiler, they aren't, and they shouldn't. You don't need to respect someone just because he's clergy or he's an elected official. They are in power because you grant them that power. Then they convince you that the power is God-given. It's a huge con, and almost everyone falls for it. We don't learn from history, but repeat behaviors in cycles. And human behavior is predictable, but not logical at all. Which is why we see the cycle of hate and then healing repeat itself. We don't know how to deal with peace and prosperity and look for ways to create problems and divide. When that hate gets too much, we have wars and riots. Then we go back to brotherhood and healing. It's a vicious cycle, like going back to an abusive relationship with someone you love and cannot live without. That you are not grown up when you turn 18. I'm 30 and still feel like a child sometimes. That it's immensely difficult to overcome habits and personality traits. You change all the time, but it is very hard to do it on purpose. That you really can love doing things, and that every skill should have love as a basis. Talent flourishes if you love what you are doing. How important it is to accept the necessity of failure, and that nobody is perfect without failing at the beginning. That the world is about money, and every skill is measured on how it can be monetized. That social skills trump everything. The best skill in life is how to make friends. The importance of patience and endurance. The goal is not in finishing something, it's in the training. That you must consistently make new goals and should not cling to the past.